Hi, everybody. So happy to be here today and happy to be sitting here with some great people that some I just met, some I've known for years. And so excited to have the vacation rental design market and that language having a presence here at Design Edge OC. Vacation rental design market has grown exponentially in the last few years. Globally, it is a $1 billion industry. To give you a very, very short, concise way to look at vacation rental design, it is not residential design. Vacation rental design is and has been emerging as its own category of design. So it really is that sweet spot between design and operational efficiency. Certainly more in the hospitality category, but because it is in a residence or in a home where we create these destinations, it becomes its own category. And so it's been building and growing, and myself and so many people that are involved, specifically led by Jessica Deuce, the founder of Vacation Rental Design and the Vacation Rental Design Summit. Having this finally be a topic of conversation has been extremely refreshing. It's been a very long game at this, and I feel like we have raised the bar, and being led by these amazing women and men in the vacation rental side to keep this conversation very, very common now amongst all of the design peers. So when we look at vacation rental design, we look through a different lens. We look through a lens of design and operational efficiency. We want to evoke an emotional connection. Nobody is moving into the house, everyone's checking in. And multiple people can check in to that house within a week if it's a short-term luxury vacation rental property. We want sensory connections. We want to evoke and exude emotional connections with guests so that they can feel a part of the story and so that they can rebook and continue to help this business grow. This side of the business. So that's really what vacation rental design, how we view this. It is not anything close to residential, requires a different skill set. And I love helping designers who want to expand their portfolio to get into the vacation rental community, and I do coach designers. So anyway, just wanted to give you a quick overview. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll pass this over to our moderator today, Lori Lazier with Interior Design Community.
Hi, everyone. I hope you're having a great show. We're very excited about this one. I'm so excited to see so many of your faces from other events we've done, coming in from LA, with fighting the traffic. We really appreciate you being here. And we have a powerhouse group here. I mean, it's collectively hundreds of years of experience. It's collectively probably $1 billion of specifying dollars per year between this group. I mean, these are the designers that you want to look at. And this style squad, when they're picking items, you really need to go back and take a look at them because they might be a shortcut to something that you need for your projects, because the designers have a different eye, and this experienced group have a different eye. I know Rona does. That is really forward thinking, and future proofing your design is part of the process. So we're going to start with introductions. We've already met you. Rona, why don't you introduce yourself, and we'll pass it on, and everyone will introduce themselves.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Rona Graf, and I'm the founder and CEO of Grace Blue Interior Design, and I have some of my amazing staff sitting over here, so thank you girls and ladies. And we specialize in high-end residential, also some hospitality, commercial. We're kind of known for our design outside the box mantra, and you'll never see two of our projects that look the same because I've yet to have two clients that are exactly the same personality or style. So we kind of roll with that every one of our projects are unique and different, and so that's why it's fun for me to spot different things that we can use in all of our projects. So.
Hello, I'm Deana Duffek, CEO and founder of Pure Design House, and also Design with Purpose. It's our 501c3. Sorry, I have a little bit of a allergy/cold. so excuse the voice. We specialize in luxury, residential, and commercial design, some hospitality, but our focus is really on clean, non-toxic, healthy homes and building healthy homes and healthy environments. So that's what we do.
Anita Jacobi, Orange Coast Interior Design. I'm the principal designer at Orange Coast and the founder of Orange Coast Interiors, and we also specialize in high-end residential and commercial.
Hey everybody, I'm John McClain. I am an interior designer as well, like all these gorgeous ladies, for about 15 years now myself. I had 2 offices, then condensed those down into 1 because I'm a smart man and I was killing myself doing 2. And I'm focused now in the Los Angeles area, and kind of with that 15 years of experience, I've parlayed that into coaching other designers as well. So now I have a podcast called The McClain Method. Go listen to it. It's all about the business of design. And then I do coaching and courses for designers as well. And Design Edge is amazing. It's so great. I love being here. So good.
And you're one of my preferred coaches. We love John. So
Thank you.
He's the one to go to, believe me. He gives great advice. But I want to start off with finding out about these great products. And the first one is the Jamie Young Bowl. So Rona, yeah. Why don't you start telling us about why you chose this piece?
Okay, this is full circle.
Full circle.
Full circle moment. Is Jamie in the room right now, by any chance?
Jamie?
So, Jamie Young. I don't see her, but anyway, years ago, probably almost, so I started the firm 18 years ago, and I had this opportunity to do a hotel space, the Billabong Room, and I found Jamie Young's work, and I chose this lamp. So I actually got to meet her for the first time in person. And so we spent yesterday afternoon talking, and I just love her approach to travel and as an artist. So I chose this amazing, it's very Grace Bluey, this really gorgeous bowl that's made with different colors and texture. And just if you listen to her and understand her process of design and the artists that she used, so you really should check out Jamie Young. They're over in the Bassman Blaine, and I love this bowl, and I love a lot of her works because she uses artists all over the world.
Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, I love this one. Did you all check out the 3D printed wallpaper that has texture? You can touch it. It's so tactile. I love, love, love it.
Showstopper for me.
Showstopper.
So we're all about texture. We're all about customization. So we do it quite a bit in our firm. We custom create things for our clients. We create wallpaper. So when I saw this printer, I was like, wait a minute, what is this? And then I realized, deep diving into the roll-in printer, I was like, you guys sell the actual printer. You came up with this technology. So how do I get this? And they're like, well, we sell the printer to a lot of different vendors that print custom wallpaper and use this technology. So it's actually a 3-dimensional, like raised printing. It's not a 3D printer. It's an actual printer. But the technology of it is it raises the fabric or the textile, and you can create any image that you want. Like, we could have Deana's dress into a wall covering, and then the black spots, the brown spots, and the pink spots can be raised or depressed. So all of you as designers should be creating new things, and then you can send it to a company like Left Bank, and they can create a wall mural with raised and 3-dimensional it's pretty cool.
I watched so many people touching it, feeling it. It's so great. Palatech tables.
Oh, this was definitely, I'm like, where can we integrate this? I have a few projects right now we can put this in. I thought these were really cool, unique, different little nesting tables. You always see nesting tables and they typically look the same, right? So these are really cool, customizable, different stone tops from Palatech. Love Palatech for everything that they offer, this organic, contemporary vibe, but there's always something for every project. And so these particular, I love the stone that they showcase, which is this beautiful lime green and black. You can choose the bases that are different colors. You can choose the stone tops that are different. And then the configuration, they're great. They can be used as a nesting table or they can use as a side table. So thumbs up in my world.
Oh.
Ooh. Okay. Schoenbeck is one of those vendors that it's kind of like your back pocket. You have that that trump card in the back pocket. You're like, got it. So when we're working with clients that we're trying to find this amazing, traditional element that has a bling or a wow that almost kind of gives you more of a modern take, this is kind of my go-to when I'm needing that. We actually use it in a project. This chandelier I love because not only do their crystals, they use real quartz crystal.
Right.
It's not just glass, it's actually real quartz. And they shape the quartz into these beautiful shapes, and then they juxtapose them with like very modern finishes. And then sometimes they'll use extremely traditional shapes of chandeliers or fixtures. And I love this one because it's kind of combining this organic element with this natural quartz with this very, graphically floral chandelier. So it hits a lot of different aesthetics.
It does. I loved this. I was a big fan.
So watch our Grace Blue Instagram because this is going to be happening in real life, in real time. Doug and his wife Doug came into our office about a month ago, and I actually met them. He's from Virginia. They have this company, Worthen Furniture, is known for its brass furniture. So it's a very traditional old world style of making brass furniture. And they saw a need in our market, which how many of us have been looking for brass bar? Yes, raise your hand, right? The bars, the bars and the glass and brass railing. Like I literally had to fabricate this about 7 years out of like pipes and spray paint it brass because nobody could do it. So I'm like, awesome, you actually make a functional thing that nobody's making because it's a lost art. People aren't doing this. So they're taking their technology and their years of craftsmanship of making brass furniture, and now they're seeing a need in our market for brass shelves for your anything. So I'm actually going to be doing it in my house. I'm creating a bar, and I want the glass shelves and the brass railing. So definitely a find.
They do closets too, and they're stunning.
Anything brass. They
Yeah.
can make actual beautiful brass traditional curtain rods.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
anything. Okay. When my team got here today, the first thing I said is goat skin. And they were like, what? So I went over to Fine Art Chandelier, and Antonia, the amazing designer, and the Fine Art team, I'm so beyond impressed with not only your light fixtures, your techniques of everything that you guys do, but now next level, leveled up, you're using a sustainable material. It's all animal byproducts, so nothing's getting wasted, which we all love. They are creating not only their beautiful light fixtures, but they're combining it with goat skin, which is the most beautiful material that has this beautiful silk touch, and they're coating it, so it creates one of the most unique chandelier fixtures that I've ever seen. So it's like this technology of LED lighting. We've got brass, we've got glass, we've got etched glass, and we have goat skin. I may or may not have told my husband he needs to meet here at 4 p.m. to pick up this chair.
Two of them.
Oh, yes, actually, they were sold as a pair. So Deana and I spotted these chairs at Ambella, which is a custom furniture line, and very impressed with the quality, the comfort, and first of all, it caught my eye because I'm a sucker for some cool pattern and color. And the swivel chair, I sat in it, I fell in love, and we may or may not have bought it. We did. So super comfy. I'm definitely going to check them out. Ladies, check out Ambella Furniture.
But not that chair, because
But not that chair. Well, it's actually going in our studio. So we have a podcast studio. I also have a podcast coming out.
Yes.
So
very exciting.
It's going to be called Click with Rona. It's coming out in a few weeks.
Yay.
So I'll be in that chair.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're up.
Okay, hi guys. So I chose this Winslow coffee table from Alder and Tweed because of its shape, because of its casualness, and the tubular legs, and the mocha color is so in right now, that medium brown color that's so in right now. And I like it because you can use it in a casual space, or you could actually make it larger than it is with its cousin. we can add two of them, one on each side if you want to use it in a larger space. I've been using Alder and Tweed for a long, long time, and they don't disappoint. So call me crazy. I love this sculpture. It makes a statement. It's big, and walking by it, you would think that you would use this in a more hospitality, but I love using it in a actual larger scale home or a backyard. It's made of natural stone and resin, so it's durable. And you can make this as casual as you want by adding some trailing plants, using the crevices and the cavities and putting some air plants in it and make it more coastal. It doesn't have to be this modern thing, but it makes a statement and I love it. This chandelier, yummy. Love this chandelier because of the look of it, the way it feels like a piece of jewelry. I love also the combination of the antique brass with the swagging of the chain, and it has that old Roman feel to it, but makes it so contemporary and modern looking when used properly. And when you illuminate the alabaster, it's magical. It unveils the veins and it makes it look absolutely beautiful. If I'm lucky enough to get my next 2 islands in a kitchen, I will definitely be using that, one on each end of the island. Okay, left bank art. I love left bank art because it is so versatile. You can choose your painting. You can make it as large as you want. You can make it as small as you want. You can choose your frame right there. And this one happens to have lots of brothers and sisters, which I love. Each one of them has a different shape, a little bit different than the other, and it has so many different colors. And using all of them at the same time on a large wall will make a statement in a beautiful way.
And left bank, you can customize so much of it too, right? Like you've got so many options on frames, so many options on colors.
Yes.
They're so great. It's all print on demand, so great. I noticed a little bit of a theme here. You were doing a lot of organic shapes, so
Yes.
that was really exciting.
And if you notice, everything that I pick, and not necessarily on purpose, but it's in my nature to pick things that are made of multiple materials.
Right,
I
right.
love the combination of wood, brass, metal, any kind of metal, and fabric or combination of things that gives me a versatility for other areas of the project.
Absolutely,
So-
absolutely. And this was a stunner.
Oh my goodness. Abner Henry.
Beautiful. It's right over here if you want to go
Yes.
take a look.
This is a brand new company I'm not familiar with, but they stole my heart with all of their products. Sexy vibes, beautiful lines. This company specifically is an Amish company out of Pennsylvania, which is incredibly made, well made. Again, different textures. The wood comes in 10 different species you can choose from. The metal is solid metal. It's not veneer. And the fabric, the fact that you can use a COM fabric that can be used in here, you can choose that color with so many other areas of your project and marry them.
Yeah.
So I love this. Dwayne, good job, beautiful design.
Yes.
If
And-
you guys don't know these guys, please go meet them
You
because
should.
they are incredible. And also, these guys are making furniture specifically for designers. You cannot take a picture of it and send it to Google and have it price it for you. It will not come up. And also, the pricing is made so you can double that. The other fantastic thing about this company is that you can put your logo on any of their pieces. Make it yours. And so go check them out. Talk to them. They're
Absolutely.
great.
And honestly, they have an amazing designer portal too. I mean, they really thought about everything. You can actually order by your project instead of having to just do one big order. They keep your credit card on file, all of the things that we know you love, they're doing and doing it better than I even thought anyone could do. So absolutely go look at them.
And their bed was sold today, so Dwayne, sorry you can't take it home.
Oh, shucks.
So,
Daisy.
I love this. It is so elegant and it feels so good on your feet. And it's made of 100% wool. And the wave of colors, the beautiful combination of the colors, it just gives you so much more that you can work with in your design. And it anchors the floor, any room, floor of any room so nicely. And it can be contemporary, it could be modern, and it could be casual. I love that piece. Theodore Alexander. Well, it's always been known for their heirloom traditional qualities. I've been using them for over 20 years. But wow, have they pivot.
Yes.
I'm so glad because I wouldn't be looking at them if I were looking for a more casual contemporary home. But now that I've been here and I've seen it, beautiful, beautiful contemporary pieces, comfortable, gorgeous fabrics that you could choose from. That sofa is so comfortable. And again, we have fabric, we have metal bar behind it, and we have leather straps. Gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful piece. And also, I would just float this in a room so you could see the front and the back. And they come in so many different sizes. So you can be in a big, large area or a smaller room. Your turn.
Your turn. Yeah, you're up.
That's me. Hi. So, of course, Balachek, they have wonderful things. A sustainable message, of course, which I love and is on point with what we do. But I love these outdoor coffee tables, outdoor or indoor, and there's 3 different levels, so they are wonderful. It was a nice addition, and it was nice to see them.
Absolutely.
This is Masonette. This is a coffee table. A lot of the sourcing that we do is from Denmark and from Sweden. And it was refreshing to see this. This is from Guadalajara, and it's the design sensibility. You can see it looks very Danish. They've taken some cues from the Scandies. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece. And then, of course, yes, the Antonio lighting. I think I spent half my day over there. And the designer, Rona and I both spent some time with her. She studied in Italy. And not only is the product beautiful and luxurious and high-end, but the great thing about it is that they also recycle their glass, and Rona spoke about the goat skin, the natural byproduct. So it's just so refreshing to see. A lot of times with what we do, sourcing clean, non-toxic, sustainable materials, people often ask us, you know, how are you creating luxury with that? Because for so many years, 20 years, people are trying to do it, but nobody's really nailing it. There's, and I feel like when we see product like this is really, a home run because it's luxury, but then you're also, being good stewards for the environment.
I really loved this. This was a great pick.
Thank you. Yeah, same. I think I might have spent half the day over there. But we, as architectural designers, we really focus on the architectural details of the interiors. And these panels, I thought, were fantastic. And I'd love to see more of that. So I have no doubt we're going to be using these in some of our some of our projects. And Lazzoni Closet. So we do a lot of custom millwork, and what's great about them is that everything is customizable, and they also have some sustainable messaging with their brands. We really like that. And this is my closet crew with me that we met up with yesterday. And I was telling folks around, some of the designers, my kitchen and closet team, they're kind of like black ops of kitchens and closets. We know how to. We order a lot from different parts of Europe and U.S. and so it was nice to spend some time with the Lazzoni team and talk about their product.
Oh, again, rolling.
Yes, so same what Rona had mentioned. We all work on high-end luxury projects, and then bringing in that customizable component is really important for us. So the picture's not the greatest, but the intention is. So it's really about these customizable panels, the 3D art. I just love the idea, and Michael, that was in the previous picture from our team, he was like, I'm going to make room in the warehouse for this, we're going to buy this, we're going to do it ourselves. But whether we do it ourselves or whether we partner with Left Bank or one of the other companies doing it, it's really, really an interesting product, and I highly encourage you all to go take a look at it. And then Starboard. So we had a great dinner with these girls on what night was that? Thursday night in the garden. I love that this is eco-friendly fabric, and it's beautiful, and it's outdoor, indoor, and I think I'm going to actually be using this at my own personal house. So I'm excited about that.
We're back, Paula.
Thank you.
Sorry. Thank you. That was really great picks. Really, really great picks.
They're all so good.
I know, they're all so good.
I know. I needed to have like 20 of these cards that we distributed yesterday, because then you would see, you all would pick some, and I'm like, oh, it's already picked. It's picked, you know? So I do a lot of work in the desert, and not only in California desert, but also Arizona. And I am so drawn to, just innately, to anything that, like I said earlier, that sensory connection, things that really make you pause and want to touch, and just things that evoke emotion and are thought-provoking. And because I do so much work in the desert, everything really revolves around the desert background and the beautiful mountains, and it's this perfect backdrop all of the time. And so I am very cautious and mindful to not take away from that. Most of what we do, although I love color, but most of what we do is definitely plays in that more neutral, textural, those hues that are very, very common in the desert, mountains. So Philip's collection, we had this table, and I thought it was interesting I'm going to put it in a project that we're working on called Casa Mallorca, which is inspired by Mallorca, of course. And I just liked it because you literally are surrounded by the mountains and all of these boulders that we usually have to move around, and it's so much work in the landscaping part. But I thought it was kind of a fun little nod to that, but in a modern way, to maybe have it in a lounge area by the pool. So it kind of speaks to that, but not the exact boulders. So
Absolutely.
Philip's collection is amazing.
They're a great brand, too, family
Great.
owned. Like, you really want to go over and check them out.
Yeah.
Hudson Valley.
Hudson Valley, and this is not a very good picture of the lamp because it's just the bottom, but I have this thing for plaster, anything plaster, just plaster in itself. I just could live in like a plastered house, I don't know. But I just love, again, it's that neutral, it's that organic. This particular lamp, which is on in Vanguard, this is where I saw it, was in Vanguard. It's styled on the Burlwood buffet. What caught my eye over there in the Burlwood movement, and then this really funky lamp that I thought looked so organic and modern, but it really is crossing over some design lines here. It's kind of retro vintage, and I'm always drawn to those pieces, especially in a luxury vacation rental. Just like a boutique hotel, you do have to refresh more often, right, than normal. But those are things that will stand the test of time and kind of just play in different ways. So I was drawn to really the shape of that and the fact that it had the more oblong, kind of oval looking shades. So I loved that. Again, raw textures seems to be a pattern going on here with me. And this got my attention at 4 of these pieces that are facing this way where Left Bank Art is. This was an internal artist of Left Bank Art, and all printed on canvas, raw canvas, and then they cut the edge for that intentional raw edge to make it look like it was almost like an old vintage piece of canvas that you'd find maybe thrifting, but they intentionally designed it that way. And then it was interesting, in the middle of these, you can kind of tell it looks like a line, but it was an intentional, purposeful fold that they made in the fabric of the art. And I think that we're probably going to use that also in our a big project that we're working on right now in Palm Desert, because it's just really saturated, beautiful, rich tones of color. And kind of not only the desert's kind of like going out of our normal little neutrals.
So that's 3 style
Beautiful.
spots for Left Bank, and
Yeah.
I've been to their facility. They are a well-oiled machine. They get products out so quick, and they're to the trade only. So
Yeah.
mark it up as you will.
So this was caught our attention at Moe's. Moe's is, we've been working and have been procuring through Moe's for a long time. I am very drawn to this color. Of course, it's fall and that beautiful kind of hunter rich green. You see a lot of places now, fashion as well as design. But the mirror, which you can't really see, but how the mirror ends at the bottom, straight across, it's just beautiful. And I loved the fact that it felt like you could take a soft good, in a primary bedroom, that's a luxury bedroom, but still had the organic feel, and have that. It's a floor, like a leaning floor mirror. But what really drew us to this was the vignette. A lot of times in a vacation rental property, like a home too, but we really look for different moments, those little seating areas and zones, when you're traveling with 20 plus people and you're staying in a large vacation property, for everybody to kind of be able to take off and do a little work. So it doesn't have to scream, I'm a desk and here's an office, but it has the ability to kind of be an intentional corner somewhere. I thought it was well styled.
Oops, sorry. One back.
And
Pallet
oh,
check.
this pallet check lamp caught our attention yesterday. Love these just statement pieces. So I think especially when you design in a more neutral way with less whimsical things and color, and again, I just lean into this kind of the desert colors and the organic vibe of all of that. It's always fun to just have an element at a property that will get the guest's attention to pause. And I call those pause points. And it's really important to be able to do that in a property so that a guest can pause and take a minute and kind of take that in. What that does is not just, wow, that's a cool lamp, but that engages, it interacts. It's an interactive moment with a guest. And that's just a behavioral, psychological thing. The more you do that, the more someone connects with that property, will likely rebook that property, because everything we do is about maximizing return on investment for that investor or that owner. And so it was so beautiful. It's made of synthetic jute. And just obviously it's a plug-in lamp, but very, very cool design. And I could totally see that in a courtyard, a really cool lounge space outside will draw your attention. I'm sure it's beautiful when it's illuminated. So Pallet Check did a great job with that. And kind of back to what you were saying about, was it Masonette? You had a Masonette, the black table. I really love that, I guess that blend of that Danish feel also, so modern, but then this is when I get into that travertine with that Danish feel. I love the combination of materials together. And travertine, again, natural stone, and all of that is just so beautiful. I think when you mix it with the radius edges, which you can see a little bit of the radius there, but really well done. Masonette Atelier is Guadalajara. We talked to them yesterday, and very, very willing to work with designers. Customization is their thing, and they have a pretty fast turnaround considering it is all custom in Mexico City and Guadalajara. So
Yeah,
beautiful
very, very
products.
proactive, and they really want designer business. They're here looking for designer relationships, so go check them out.
Yep. And then lastly, Pom Pom Home.
I love this one.
I love Pom Pom Home. Again, you probably see the pattern, right? The neutral girl. So again, textural, sensory connection to things like that. We drape our beds before photography and videos get done for the property. Once it's completely done and styled, we drape our beds with a lot of natural linens and very imperfect type of looks. We want it to feel lived in, not maybe as tight as you might see in most boutique hotel rooms. using a lot of white linens, and then we use for the bedding, and then we drape a lot of beautiful those chenille blankets and or flax linen. And that is what I love about Pom Pom Home is everything is sustainable. But it's just beautiful line of textures there. And it can be everything from bedding to pillows, different sizes, the bolsters. So I'm hoping we're going to work with them a little more and going to probably outfit all of the beds at our upcoming big project with all of those beautiful organic linens.
Wonderful, wonderful. Oh, now we have John, our last Style Squad member.
Okay, I know we're running close on time.
That's okay.
Are we
Well, I want to
okay.
hear. I want to hear what you think.
So what if
This
I just
is
said they're all
gorgeous.
pretty? That's why I chose them. They're just all pretty. Maybe that's the reason.
Not always.
No, actually, there's
I mean,
one that's
they're
not
more
chosen.
than pretty.
Well, there's one that wasn't chosen for beauty. But I will say my kind of plan was to walk around, see what caught my attention visually, which is what I think our clients looked for. And then I went for size and material. But my third kind of qualification was honestly the company, to know if the company had good customer service, if they actually cared about us as designers. So that's the basis of how I kind of chose my selections. But so this piece, this console table, I love it for so many reasons. First, it reminds me of a bed that my grandmother had. And I know it sounds crazy, but it was this old vintage antique bed that my grandmother had, and I loved it so much. So there's like a bit of nostalgia with this piece, but also I like that the balls are oversized, they're really large, and then I know this comes in a dining table as well. But I also love that it's more thin. It's very hard to find console tables that are beautiful, that don't take up a lot of space into the room. So this would fit great into an entryway, and that's from Jonathan Charles. So beautiful. Universal Furniture. I am a Universal Furniture fan. I think this is another great example. Again, I feel that if they're at Design Edge, they've chosen pieces like the best of the best kind of a thing. So for me, it's like, okay, this is their best of the best. Now let me find the best of my best inside of their best, right? So this was an oversized coffee table. I love it. It's travertine. But what was great about it is the shape, of course, but they actually filled the top of the travertine, so there's no pits and holes and things like that. But they left the sides open to be very textural. So I just felt it was a very big statement piece for a coffee table, and I love a good statement coffee table. Okay, these, holy guacamole. So these literally stopped me in my tracks, and I love anything brass and anyway, but these are pulls, and they're huge, they're oversized, and they're from Hamilton Sinkler, and they were designed, I want to say, for Bergdorf Goodman. I can't remember the store, but go and see these if you haven't seen them yet. They're like, acha-magacha, they're so crazy good, and they can do custom pieces as well, which is what I really love about their capabilities as a company. And I can always tell when I go into a booth if a vendor cares about me as a designer and actually wants me to work with them. I can always tell that, and if they don't, I run the other way. But if they do, I linger around. So I lingered here for a long time. And those would be beautiful earrings, too. Wouldn't they, like, turn those into a pair of dangly earrings? Come on. Okay, more coffee tables. I love these because of the petrified wood, first of all, as always, gets my attention. But I kind of go for pieces that will fit into smaller spaces as well. Everything doesn't have to be massive and oversized. And I love these little nesting coffee tables for, first, the texture of it and the color and the pattern. But the size as well was just really great to fit into a lot of different spaces. And like I told the people at Dovetail, I don't go into every vendor and buy everything that they have, right? And Dovetail is one of those stores and vendors where you go in and it's like, oh, beautiful, 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 would never use that, would never use that. But the things that I do love, I would definitely go and buy from vendors. So don't expect a vendor to supply every need that you have. You can find that little kind of hidden gem kind of tucked away in there, and that's what I love about these coffee tables. Again,
Oh, wow.
I know, these would be great earrings too, right? So Hubbardton Forge, I love those people. Again, back to the great quality of people, the great customer service, just great products. But just look at the texture in this pendant. It is so beautiful. I love the oversized feeling that it has, and I also love that the brass is sort of kind of embedded into the glass itself, and then the texture of the glass. So showstopper, done. We're gonna use that for sure.
And they're made in Vermont. They're right here.
And they're just good people, too.
They're good
just
people.
nice people.
They're really good people. And they really love designers. They really love designers.
All right, so this is not for,
this is the coolest.
this
This
is
was
not
the
for
coolest.
beauty. This is not for, like, it's Style Squad, but I moved it to Lifestyle Squad for this one. Because, listen, this is, I love a good innovation. So this is a cold plunge that will turn any bathtub in your house into a cold plunge. And I knew about this product because he was actually on my podcast, and it sounds so intriguing, but I'd never seen it in person. But you can actually take this, put it into any bathtub, and you have an instant cold plunge, right? So super cool. So go and see him. He's over, Christopher's in the left-hand corner. He's actually right there right now. And it's just a great product for innovation. And I feel like if more people would think forwardly thinking for things like that, we could have so many more interesting things that we bring to our clients, because clients look to us for, of course, beautiful things, but also functional as well, right? So I'm definitely going to bring this up to our client.
The health benefits
Absolutely.
of cold plunge
Wellness.
of course. And that's the great thing about these brands. They really are trying to bring like the best of the best here. So.
Okay, I never heard of Crestview Collection personally until Design Edge. So
wow.
Thank you, Design Edge.
They're fantastic.
I know, and again, great people. I love this little console table because it felt very contemporary, but it also had like a nod to the past and the material that it's made of with wood. But we also put a lot of consoles in multifunctional spaces. So let's say we have a little spare bedroom that someone needs to work off of to bring their laptop and work off of. So the size of this, rather than being oversized, it's a great, it will fit into a lot of different spaces. And I love a very multifunctional piece of furniture. So that's why I chose that one.
Beautiful. Well, thank you all for coming and hearing all of the great Style Squad picks. And I want you to make sure you head around and visit some of these brands and more, because even though some of these brands might not have been picked as Style Squad, there's so much innovation here. And there's so many great brands, and they really, really want to get to know designers. So make sure you get to know the brands that are here too and make real relationships with them. That's why we're here. So thank you all. Thank you all. And thank you all. So much great time.